Picture this: 14 separate times, a sharpened toothbrush or a jagged piece of plexiglass finds its mark. 1, 2, 3, keep counting until 14 ragged holes are carved into Tory Lanez's back, ribs, even his cheek. 2 lungs quit on him, and the concrete under his shoes turns slick and red. While timelines were busy arguing about Meghan's testimony, the yard at CCI Tehachapi just kept it moving. Tonight we're unpacking every slash, the politics that lit the fuse, and why the next attack might not leave a pulse to argue over. Yo, what's good? I'm Jay. Pull up a seat. May 12th, 2025, a little after 1. Same dusty rec yard, same lap lane. Tories walking off lunch, earbuds in, probably humming a hook that'll never see daylight. Out of the blind spot comes Santino Sino Cassio, lifelong resident, zero chill policy. One quick "Hey, superstar," and the first stab lands before the greeting's even over. 14 total. The count isn't dramatic, it's methodical, like Cassio had a checklist. First lung collapses on the spot, the second gives up in the hallway to the infirmary. IV lines, breathing tube, chaos. And remember, this isn't county jail karaoke night. CCI level 4 is where the state parks its worst of the worst. The fact he got touched at all screams louder than any alarm. Cassio isn't some yard troll chasing clout. Dude's resume reads like a horror story. 2 prior stabbings, 3 shanks found in his mattress, 2 guards punched just because. He's the go-to contractor when a crew wants violence without fingerprints. Word is this hit wasn't about Tory personally, just a resume builder. Check-in in prison slang. Someone puts money on your books, Cassio collects. Reputation skyrockets. Cold math, colder blade. 27 officers were supposed to be watching. 19 clocked in. 2 towers had busted cameras, and the shakedown crew hadn't swept the yard in 11 days. That's how a 4-inch shard sails through 3 gates like it's TSA pre-check. CDCR calls it an isolated incident. Prison Twitter calls it Tuesday Part 2. Same difference. 5 days in the infirmary, then a quiet bus ride to California Men's Colony. Think slightly less stabby, not safe. CMC has more protective custody beds, but Tory refuses PC. Protective custody equals 22-hour lockdown and the Scarlet S for snitch stitched to your file. So he's mainline again. New yard, new faces, until someone recognizes the braids and the baby face. Anonymity has an expiration date inside. It's stamped on every kiting note that flies under doors. He's breathing solo now, but every inhale feels like inhaling gravel. Painkillers strong enough to drop a horse keep him upright. Still, sources say he's journaling like mad, calling family collect nightly, collect calls that cost more per minute than most streaming subs. And yeah, the man's penning a 10-track EP on a contraband phone, bars squeezed between winces. One cough and a lung might rip open again. Doctors say another puncture equals permanent damage. Try writing a hook under that kind of stopwatch. 10 years looks clean on paper. Reality, day for day good time credit could shave it to 8-ish. One violent write-up, say fighting back, and prosecutors slap on another 3 to 5. They've already filed notice. If they prove he greenlit any retaliation against Cassio, hello gang enhancements. Translation, life on layaway. Out here, timelines split into Free Tory and Justice for Meghan. In their hashtags don't buy commissary. The only currency is ramen soups and respect. Lanez's celebrity is a weird stock. 1 minute inmates want autographs, the next they're taxing him for honey buns. A single noodle can buy a day of peace, a single rumor can cost a lifetime. It's Econ 101 with shivs. Single cell transfer is still floating through bureaucratic molasses. His legal team filed an emergency motion, credible threat to life, but courts move like DMV lines and CDCRs even slower. Meanwhile, Cassio sits in ADSEG, attempted murder charges tacked on. Conviction won't change his sentence, he's already doing all the life there is, but it'll earn him yard legend status. Lanez? He's sleeping with a plastic cup and a sharpened pencil taped under the mattress. Not paranoia, just arithmetic. This attack yanked the curtain back on a problem the state keeps ghosting. When 23% of CO positions are vacant, blades become policy. Union reps say it's worse now than during the 2020 lockdowns. Until Sacramento coughs up money for bodies instead of buzzwords, Tory's just the headline. Ask the families of the 5 other guys stabbed at CCI this year whose names never trended. I'm curious. Hit the comments. Is Tory a walking bounty because he's famous, or did past choices paint the target? Best take gets pinned, no cap. Dad hit IG Live crying, not even trying to hide the tears. "Protect my son," he begged, voice cracking like old vinyl. The US Marshal detail, yeah, he still gets one for court runs, warned in a memo that copycats might be lining up. Behind the scenes, Team Tory quietly hired a prison consultant, the same guy who prepped Tekashi for his zoo tour. First piece of advice: pay whatever it costs for a single cell, because the second ambush won't be 14 wounds. It'll be 14 inches lower. 14 holes, 2 lungs on strike, 1 decade to serve. Charts mean nothing when the yard timer hits 0. Whether you ride with him or not, the math is brutal. The only question now is how many scars it takes to walk out or get carried out. If this one hit you, tap like, sub and share. I'll keep you posted the minute the next transfer pops off. Stay safe, stay smart. Catch you on the next one.